Welcome everyone, it is Oliver here. I wanted to start a new series on 7 Days to Die. It's going to be going over, excuse me, a Let's Play from the start of a world to hopefully day 100. So let's get together and have some fun. This game I've already started streaming on my channel. It's a lot of fun. It is in alpha stage, so there will be some bugs, so just keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and get started with the new game. Let's do this. And this is Alpha 16 version. We're going to go ahead and jump into random gen. We do have some different difficulties. As you can see on the right-hand side, there's a lot of different options here. Right now, we're just going to go survival, just because we're going to be playing by our own. As far as difficulty, I'm going to go here to adventure. Let's read them real quick. I don't really feel like I need to be scavenger, so I'm going to go ahead and go with adventure on this one. I'm going to leave this at the normal amount here, the 18. I don't see a reason to change that. Zombie runs, I'm not going to go crazy. I'm just going to keep that on default. Oh, okay. And then we're going to do this at half speed. That we're going to keep... I'm going to keep the abundance on loot a little bit faster. I'm only going to drop my backpack if I die. Hopefully I won't die. But that way I still have some weapons or tools on me to where I can go back and fight and get what I want. We're going to leave cheats and airdrop location marks on just because it's so important. The cheats, I don't actually know how to do it. But it will allow creative mode. So if I get to that point where I get stuck somewhere and I need to get unstuck, instead of restarting the game, I should be able to get unstuck. So let's go ahead and start it. One thing I've noticed as the alpha release, there has been some issues with loading the game. Sometimes I've had to restart the game after the world's actually been created. This will probably be the longest part right here. But once it gets the creating player model, it'll actually like almost freeze, and I'll have to restart the game. So hopefully that won't happen here. So just bear with me. If you guys were on earlier and you saw me live stream for just a few moments, I did have a malfunction. It wasn't me, actually. The internet provider had some technical difficulties in connecting internet. So that's one thing to keep in mind, that if there is a live stream that's announced and then all of a sudden it gets cut off, it's something that was an error and is faulty. And it's not that I want to start a stream and then stop. It's something that will occasionally happen. So before we get started, I want to go ahead and... Oh, we didn't get to read that. We're going to go ahead and increase the field of view. Actually, we're already at max capacity, so let's go ahead and keep that. That must have... Oh, that's pretty. Whew. That is really pretty. Let's see, can we see anything on the map? Nope, just nothingness. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to start collecting for our bedroll. Don't forget, guys, bird's nests are great because you can get different items such as eggs. The eggs help you in being able to just stay nourished and whatnot. So, you know, focus on that. Right now, I don't have a tool, so this will be interesting. But these bushes will help me get, excuse me, plant fiber, which is really important for getting everything put together. So I'll use this eventually. That's why I'm still hitting them. Let's see if we can pick up some of these rocks, because we'll need it for later. Alrighty, let's go ahead and eat that. Nope, we can't. Alright. So I'm going to drag this into my hotbar real quick and then just set it down so I can have that completed. And then pick it back up. And we'll have our next not challenge, but our next task. Nice. Alright, time to get a stone axe going. So we have all the fibers we need. We just need a total of 4 stones, which we have collected. Now, in the past, you used to be able to spam craft and level up your tools. In this alpha, that is not allowed. So keep an eye on that. If you're trying to level up and whatnot, it won't work that way. So you have to actually level up by putting points into your items. Alright, so time to put together some clothing. Ooh, nice helmet. I'm going to actually go ahead and put that on. There are shortcut keys here, as you can see. So if you want to grab something and put it on, just pay attention when you're doing it and you don't accidentally scrap something that you really want. That's really key for being able to stay alive. I'm going to drag that onto my hotbar. All these items that I have that I don't really need, I'm going to take them off my hotbar. Since it's not nighttime yet, so I'll be okay to do this. So right now, we need a couple more plant fiber. There we go. And a couple more, good measure. Come on. Alright, perfect. So let's go ahead and craft ourselves some clothing. So up here you have your different options of what things you can craft. We're going to craft this, and this. That's all the items that we need to actually begin our game, and you'll be able to. And the only reason I put that on is I need to put it on for our achievements. So while that's cooking, let's go see if we can loot. We'll probably need to gather some wood too. Alright, shoes are the last one. Perfect. I'm gonna wait to put the rest of everything on until our next one comes up. Perfect. We're gonna go ahead and scrap this hood because I don't really need it. I've got that football helmet. It's a little bit better than what I normally have. So, alright, time to gather some wood, folks. As you can see, this doesn't really give me much, but right now we're just trying to get through the tutorial and learn a little bit more about the game and really show you it's not that hard to get started. Now, we don't get very much with the stone axe, but it is all that we have at the moment. As time goes on, we will hopefully get up to some iron and then move forward onto steel. The steel does so much more damage. As you can see, this is a low level axe. My stamina decreases fast, and my tool actually breaks down pretty quick. So let's go over to weapons, and we're going to go ahead and craft a club. Now I'll wait for the next option or the next objective to spawn in. Alright, so we actually are ready to craft a wooden bow. And the cool thing is, we don't really, let's see if we can get some more rocks real quick. We'll probably go after some of those stones that are lying around, and then, oh, that's not good. Our first zombie already? Alright. As Lumberjack as well, so we're going to steer clear of him. He's a little bit tougher than most zombies. Now, if you guys are wondering, what is this game? It's basically a merge between Minecraft and any post-apocalyptic game. It's really fun to play. I encourage you guys, if you don't have it, get it. It's in the Steam Steam store, and you can begin your travels that way. So we only need. He hasn't seen me yet. We only need 2, so let's go ahead and craft 2. Just get that off our hotbar, and move on to the next objective. I really would... Oh, are you kidding me? There's another one. We're just gonna slide on this way. And just kind of move out of our way. I almost want to say that's a camp up there. We might want to hit that up on a little bit. Oh, we're so close. All right, let's go ahead and put this on our hotbar just in case. Shoot. And you can crouch to see if you're being hunted or not. So we obviously are. There is ways to not be hunted, and that's running away like a little scared little girl. Careful on these because you can break your legs. I'm not sure which direction we want to go. I want to get out of the snow biome, honestly. Ooh, nice. Trash. You know, early stages. What was that level? Level 13? Ah, scrap it. Don't really need it. Use the wood. Alright, so we're going to go craft some wood frames real quick. Alright, we only need 3. Right now, I want to hold on to our wood as much as possible, so I'm not going to craft anything at the moment. We'll go ahead and place those down now. Oh, wrong thing. Sorry. I'm paying attention here. Now these are your wood blocks. They're essential for building basically anything and everything. And you're going to need it when you're ready to start building for Horde Night. We'll upgrade these to get on to our next tutorial. Perfect. Next one should be... oh, wow. Let's go ahead and fill these up real quick. We're not dehydrated yet, but I think it would be good to have that on hand so when we get... There's another one! Scrap these real quick. Let's see if we can eat that. Yep, 91. We're going to scrap these because we don't actually need these nails. We need 2 more nails, and we can't really create them until we have a forge, so there's really no point in hanging on to them right now. Oh, we got a snowball. Let's see if we can throw that. Oh, nice. We're going to have a snowball fight. Alright, so I don't see him. I want to grab some of this stone real quick just to make sure I got some on me. As always, search the nest. We got some eggs. Nice. If we able to get a stove. Not stove, but once we get everything going, we should be able to create a fireplace. Maybe even get some bacon and eggs once we find a deer or even a warthog. Warthog in this game is a little bit, I wouldn't say overpowered, but it's a little intense. This takes forever. While this is working on it, I'm going to go ahead and queue up another axe, just because by the end of this it will break. Now all the items that are collecting on the right hand side are things I'm going to be using. The lead and the stone I'll be able to use for building materials. Let me rephrase it. The iron and the stone I'll be able to use for building materials. The white and the black stuff is in regards to shotgun. Gunpowder, and the lead will be used for bullet tips. For collecting for bullet casings, you want to pick up brass and scrap them so you can put them into a forge and later build up an item and be well set. As you can see, my axe is broken, so we're going to go ahead and scrap that. As you see, it didn't level up at all, so it based off of your player skill. I'm going to go ahead and plant these. I don't really need them right now. But, maybe. There we go. All right, perfect. Keep on keeping on. I'm going to queue up some arrows, too. We do 48 right now. That's all the wood we have. We do need more wood, and then we can create more arrows, but I think that should be a fair amount, just in case something does come up. I would go collect more wood, but that guy is camp in this spot. I'm gonna just stay on the main road for now and see what I can find. Ooh, is that a trader up there? Oh shoot. I'm gonna run away like a scared little girl. Ready, set, and run. She's so menacing. It's not even funny. I think for day one, I want to get into a house. The difficulty about a house is you will have zombies occupying it. And at night, it's really important to have that because there's a vulture somewhere. You want to be able to stay somewhat secure to where at night when the zombies are running, unless they're detecting you from like campfire or something to that effect, you'll be able to survive the night. Looks like we're coming up on a town too, so that is a good sign. We'll probably find a house, clear it, and then post up for the night. I saw bird's nest. The new thing about Alpha 16 is you have the ability to have a long distance rendering now, which is excellent. It's super helpful for trying to figure out where you are, especially early in the game, and how far you want to go. So just keep that in mind when you're starting your new place out. You want to figure out where you're at. Yes, a map can be helpful, but it's also really important to see where you are visually. So if you see, okay, I'm right next to a town, do I want to set up here? Probably not your main base, that kind of stuff. Let's craft this up so we can be working on stuff. Now my guy is probably come on. Now if you want to load your bow, just hit R on it and you should be able to. Come on. Are you kidding me? Now he's not impossible to kill, just difficult. Oh, come on. If you knock him down, that's really helpful because there we go. Alright, first kill. And I'm actually going to wear this because we're in a snow biome and it would be helpful. Oh my gosh, they're all over the place. Alright, next thing is we got to place the campfire. I'm going to go ahead and place it now. Once I place it, though, I won't be able to use it. Or pick it back up. So, that's one thing to consider. Push there. But once we put wood in there, we can get some stuff done. So, perfect. We've got our new journal entry, which is excellent. Just saying that we have not died yet. Knock on wood, everyone. Ooh, a campsite. Now there should be some sleeping zombies, so we're gonna approach this very carefully. You can see we're undetected. Now the advantage here is there should be some good loot. I don't see anyone yet. But that doesn't mean they're right around the corner. Still nothing. I'm gonna pick those up because once you pick them up, you can place them down in your home. Oh, we got shotgun parts already. Nice. And then let's check this tree stump. Okay. Feeling pretty good right now. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take down this tent because we don't really need it, but we could use the cloth fibers from it. Cloth fibers you can use for bandages. The really important part is splints. Once you actually break your leg, hopefully that won't happen quite yet. But yeah, cleared that out. Let's go ahead and move on towards the city. Now, you want to be careful on like how much you run, because your stamina will be severely diminished, and you want to be careful on that. We're gonna go ahead and craft some more arrows, but I don't know if you saw that, but we actually have iron arrows. We picked up quite a few, so we're gonna pick up 22 here. Go ahead and craft. The reason I picked this up is I can instantly scrap it for some wood, which is excellent. Let's go ahead and chop this bad boy down. Now, always keep your head on a swivel, guys. If I don't do it, it's probably because I'm just being brave. Or stupid, one of the two. Now, our next entry is Located Trader, which will pop up on your mini-map. And I don't see it yet. And he's back that way. So that's the first trader they give you in the game, to make you not feel more at home, but to give you a little bit more advantage. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. That's our last item to complete. So I'm gonna just keep on, find a place to hunker down for the night, and call it good. I'll probably do some looting too. Drop a storage chest off. That house out there probably is going to be our friend. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Let's go ahead and scrap this. These I can't really use yet. I'm going to scrap that. I'm going to read this because I'll be able to gain some knowledge after I hunt down some beasts. I'll plant that. I want to be considerate of our environment. Yeah, so as you can see, we're right on the edge of a city. It looks like it's in a derelict town. Wow, that's rare. I think. Hey, Mr. Lumberjack. I don't want to be your friend. Go away. They are all over the place. I'm gonna run over here. Hopefully there's not too many zombies here. We will have to clear out some. That, to my left, that dark pile, right there is coal, which will be great for being able to scrounge up some items and whatnot. So let's go ahead and get let's get some more wood going here so we can board up this place once we get inside. Nothing yet. Good, good. Head on a swivel, guys. Head on a swivel. Let's go ahead and queue up another stone axe. This one will be toast in a minute. Now, when you scrap an axe, unfortunately, you don't get any wood. All you get is stone. So there's a slight disadvantage there. So keep an eye on what you're trying to accomplish. And if you're running low on resources, make sure that you have the next resource to be able to make sure you have the next resource enabled to keep collecting. Let's go ahead and get our bow back out. Now, if you hold down R, you can choose which ammo to use. I'm going to go ahead and queue up these because I want to have a little bit of an advantage, because there should be some zombies here. Usually they will be near settlements. I don't hear anyone yet. If it's just big guys, we might be okay. Well, actually we won't be, but we'll try. Okay, well, we're going to take care of this guy real quick. But these iron arrowheads do have a little bit more damage than your stone arrowheads, obviously, because they'll hold up better. Now you want to try and make headshots, because that's when you'll be able to knock them down and loot them. So as you can see, I picked up some glue earlier. What I'm going to create from those is, actually we're going to pick that from there. I'm going to pick up some duct tape. The reason I want to craft some duct tape is I can create a splint, and where I'm going to be going in, I want to make sure I have him. I'm going to take care of him because I want to get a bone for a shiv. Perfect. Not perfect. There we go. There it is. Let's go ahead and recipes and bone shape. Perfect. All right, let's go inside. I find it really odd that there's no one here yet. It is locked. I see anyone? Yoo-hoo! Housekeeping! Alright, let's start breaking down this door. Now we're gonna go ahead and craft the door ourselves. Just so when we break this one down, we can put another one down. And we have enough iron, I believe, that we can reinforce it with iron. Because we're gonna make this our base. Just for a little bit. Not too long. But long enough for us to hopefully make some damage. Okay, this one's gotten upstairs. We're gonna go ahead and place that now, because the sooner we place that, the better. And we can upgrade with the axe too. So just right click on your mouse if you're right-handed, left click if you're left-handed, and that will upgrade. And as you can see, I'm all the way upgraded until forged iron, which is excellent. Perfect. Nothing. Search all the buildings. You probably should clear out everyone first. So let's keep an eye here. I don't know if you saw that glitch, but I think that means people were spawning in. Let's see if we can shed some more light here. It's really dangerous, guys. So that room right there is locked. So we're going to break that down, get us some scrap iron. Now, one thing I would recommend is creating a exit point. So if your downstairs is compromised, you can easily exit. Especially in the beginning stages of the game, that's gonna happen. Unfortunately, sometimes you don't have a lot of control over it, and with the way everything gets set up on this game, you're gonna be vulnerable if you don't have an exit point. Because especially at Horde Night or a night in general, zombies will run and they will come after you. So it's important to be vigilant and be careful. Yep, there we go. Oh, stunned already. Dang it. Move, 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 move. Move. I'm infected. Ah, shoot. Hey. Wow, look at that headshot. And he was gone. So those two actually help out a lot. So we're kind of stuck here, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and loot up here real quick, and we're just gonna make downstairs kind of our main exposition. Now we do have a safe here, but it takes forever to unlock, which I'll probably unlock once it's nighttime, because that'll be plenty of time. My goal here is to just play through the night, and not unless I'm doing something spectacular, I'm not going to show it on camera, just because it is rather boring and not eventful. So just keep that in mind. So if you go from daylight to daylight, that's why. Now, I really need resources at this low level. I really need to get rid of that infection, which the only way I can right now is with either honey, because it's stage 1 right now. And the way you can tell if it's stage 1 is if you hit tab and you go to your character, which that's me, Oliver Queen there, you can see, okay, I've got stage 2 infection. So the only way to repair it now is with antibiotics. And what will happen is over time, you'll have a decrease in health if you don't remedy it quickly. So just be careful when you are. Let's fix that hole in the floor. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I know you can't see. scrap this real quick. Utilize our shortcuts that Pimp Brothers, Fun Pimps, I shouldn't say Pimp Brothers, the Fun Pimps created for us. Alright, so I want to go ahead and I'm going to craft up some wood frames because I'm preparing for we'll go ahead and make 22 of them, which is going to be helpful. So right now I'm getting pretty hot, so I'm going to take off my leather jacket for now, just because I don't really need that on right now. That gives me so much more heat. As you can see, it's giving me 30 degrees insulation, which will be good at night. So as soon as nighttime falls, I'll be able to stay warm and fluffy. So I'm going to create my exit point right here. So I'm going to break down this wall. I'm going to install a door. It doesn't need to be reinforced in this situation because my plan is to create just an exit point to where they can not necessarily get through, but it will allow me to escape in time. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. Let's see if we can push this out. And if you right click, you can adjust the rotation. So this is what I mean, like a nice quick exit point. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my wood frames and I'm going to create essentially a ladder, or at least enough of a ladder to get to the ground, but where they can't get up. So right there is not that bad of a fall, but it's enough to help protect me. So there's my exit point. I don't know if you hear that, but I hear people. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a block here and leave that open, and then I'll keep my items on hand. That way I can make a quick exit. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm going to eat these right now. I don't really need it, but I'm going to eat it. Oh, I do need it. Just kidding. This is gonna kick my, like this. 100% right there. Okay, perfect. See, is there something we can scrap at the moment? No, we don't really need the glass at the moment, so we're gonna go ahead and grab that. And also we're gonna scrap this padlock. It's used for your mini bike. Unfortunately, I don't have a mini bike, but the neat thing is, once I do, I'll be well prepared. But I don't really need that piece for the mini bike. I'm gonna go ahead and just start making this my storage compartment real quick. Nice. Now things do stack. There is a limit on how much they stack, but right now I'm underneath that limit. So, oh, excellent, some water. Good. So let's see if let's go ahead and we're gonna put our bed right. I'm gonna put it right there. We don't really have a huge base setup, but like I said, we just need to make sure that we're set up. I'm gonna go ahead and scrap these. Don't really need them. Finish looting. Of course, there's nothing in here. Okay. All right. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and drink a drink. Now we're gonna finish up our repairs. So you want to upgrade all the defenses in here, because at night, if for some reason they start getting through, you want to be able to protect yourself and prevent them from coming in. So this will actually increase the durability of what's being put there. And I want to close up these so I don't have any external light. Now they shouldn't be able to get to the second level, but I'm just going to close that up so you don't have any light. Oh, I'm out of wood. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to actually move my storage container over here. So we're going to leave this in here. Go ahead and put some of our resources that we know we're not going to be using at the moment. Scrap that. Just because, you know, it's important that we're careful with the resources that we have. The duct tape, I'm going to go ahead and create a splint now real quick, just because I know I'll probably need it. I'm going to keep my food in there. I'm going to keep actually this one on me because I think that's important. Excellent. And I think we're good there. Let's go ahead and put some more over here. So that's 10, 5. Keep that with us. And then we'll go ahead and leave those jars on us so we can go explore. But we need more wood, so let's go grab some more wood real quick. Just because I want to make sure that we're well prepared when night comes, which is only a couple hours away. Within the game time, it's actually much faster, so keep that in mind. It's not going to be... Oh, great, there's a lumberjack. This does quiet what you're doing, so hopefully if they do sense you, it's not to the same extent. Guys, appreciate the environment. Replant your trees that you cut down. The nice thing is, it's 2 for 1. So the one that you set down, you're gonna get more. It's unfortunate that the first torch we get in the game is demolished, so kind of puts us in a tough spot. Now, I took the iron off of me just because I don't want to accidentally upgrade these on the iron, because I don't really need it to be upgraded. I just need it to be momentarily taken care of. And the cool thing is this is leveling up my construction skill as well. Oh, all right, we got 11 points to spend. Now these points are very helpful. Yeah, they won't be able to get in there. I'll be able to see a little bit, but that's okay. The points are important for being able to level up your character to where you can build things faster, build better items, and fight better. So constantly be using those in the way your playstyle dictates. If you need it more for fighting, upgrade your fighting. If you need it more for other items, oh wow, we went through that wood fast. Let's cut another tree down. So that town is ours, guys. Once the morning comes, we're going to adventure out there, and we're going to go enjoy some of the fruits of our labor. Oh, man. That's okay. We already had one craft up, so that's good. We're going to scrap that, get that stone back. We only got 49 wood from that. Now, once you get better at your mining and everything, you actually will receive more than that, and that's what I look forward to, is being able to get like a chainsaw and just go to town, because you're able to collect 40 to 50 per collection point instead of 2. So a lot more efficient, especially where it doesn't actually take your stamina away, but it still builds up your items. Now these are not good trees to have here, so I don't think. Did you see me? Did you see that? Yes. Thank you, fun pimps. Well, I think he's seen us, so we're gonna take care of him real quick. Oh, undetected. Nope. All right, we're almost to night, so we need to get indoors, but he's ours right now. So come on, Lumbe. And good night. These guys usually have some pretty good loot on them. The nice thing about that is that will help me make a bellows, which in turn will help me create a forge. So always, and especially in the beginning of the game, make sure that you hang on to those. Later in the game, I usually just scrap them, put them in the forge, and I can gain some more material. So, all right, let's finish this up. Now, once you get a claw hammer, this is 1 hit instead of 4 hits. So that is very key. All right, I think we're ready for the night, guys. Let's hunker down. We'll go ahead and stop here, and we'll come back to. Yeah, we'll come back for the rest of the evening and just finish up some looting. So, thanks, guys, and I'll see you in a few moments.